So we have been doing a workshop series that's going to be a total of 10 workshops. This is number 3. And I think they've been great. Today we're going to be talking about specifically household systems. We want to go through and discuss ways that you can systematize your household duties, your duties, so that you can do more with less stress, so that you can be more, how about independent? You don't have to do all the things. You don't have to be always thinking of all the things. Like, it's setting up these systems that support you in your role of house manager, right? But that make it so much easier for you to do the things. That's the goal here today. And I'm going to be sending out worksheets every week for the workshops. We could talk about why it's so important to do this, but I think all of us kind of intuitively have this understanding of why it's important for us to systematize and automatize and simplify our household routines so that we can enjoy life more. I mean, really, for me, that's what it's about. So that instead of spending all of our time doing all the things, I saw a funny reel on Instagram the other day. And I don't know if you've seen them, if you're even on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. It's for my business mostly. But I see these reels, and there's this certain style that has this certain voice. It's just like, and I know that everybody's copying it. And it's like, follow me as I do this. And if you want to do this, just da 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 da. You know, it's like this voiceover, and it's all similar. But on this one, it was like, here's my simple approach. If you want to have a clean house, you basically just get up in the morning and then you start cleaning, and then you just keep cleaning and you keep cleaning all the day long, and then you just clean. And it's like cleaning 24 hours a day. And if you do that, you will have a clean house. It's super simple and easy. That's my tip, right? I was just like, yeah, okay. That can very well be our life. But we don't want that to be our life. We want to have cleaner homes, not perfectly clean homes, because that's unnatural and unhealthy. We want to have more health. We want to have simplified routines so that we can do other things. We can go outside. We can go to the park or the beach. We can write a book. We can ride our bike. We can, like, there's other things we want to do. So let's systematize so we can spend more time doing that. There's another trendy phrase on Instagram talking about mental load, a mom's mental load. And I understand that. It's this thing we have going on in our head of like, I have to do this and I have to do that, and I have to plan dinner, and I've got to decide what time to start dinner, and I have to make sure I have the ingredients, and I have to do that's known as kind of the mental load. And so to me, automatizing, systematizing, getting people on board so they know what to expect, that reduces my mental load, because I'm not having to think about all the things all the time and worrying about whether I'm forgetting them or not, right? So setting up the proper systems has helped me immensely. The other analogy I use is to close those tabs, because that's part of doing the system. We can have all of these tabs open in our brain, just like we have tabs on our browser, right? And when I have a system that I know works, and it's going to make sure I don't forget something or something doesn't burn or whatever, I can close those tabs. And now I have more space to be in the moment with my kids, right? Or to do the thing I want to do and actually do it without thinking about all the other stuff. So that to me is like a huge value. If you think about it as a computer analogy, when you've got all those open tabs running in the background, your computer just does not work that well. It's slow, it's sluggish, it's overwhelmed. The same thing happens in our brains and is also happening in our bodies because of what's happening in our brains. So we have to reduce that bandwidth usage so that we are less stressed. I mean, that's one of the things I'm really talking about when I say do more with less stress. We have to reduce the bandwidth so we have less stress.